Okay, so hey guys, I know it's been like forever and a day since I actually made a video, but I figured I'd make one to kind of say hi, I'm still alive, um, and also I'm in kind of a crappy mood, so I thought maybe if I made a video, like somehow magically, like the cheer up fairy would come and like fly and like make me feel better. So, like you might be wondering if I actually kept up with this whole diet thing that I was doing before. I had that 30-day challenge and you haven't really heard anything of me since then. Yeah, I'm still trying to eat well and exercise and everything. I don't remember what weight I ended with and I don't really care enough to actually look it up, but I'm like maybe 4 or 5 pounds less than whatever that was. And I was a few pounds less than that before, um, but I gained a couple of those back because I haven't been as good with my exercise regime as I was doing before, with like school starting up again and this dang freaking thesis that's gonna make me go crazy. But hopefully, you know what? Like I'm really not worried. Like I think tonight I weighed like 3 pounds more than that smaller weight I was at before, and I'm trying not to worry about that. I don't think right now it said 129. WeFit said 128 the other day, so somewhere around there is where I'm at, and which is pretty much where I was at about a year and a half ago, before I gained the 10 pounds or whatever it was that I gained, or I guess 10 to 14 pounds or whatever. So the fact that I lost pretty much everything that I gained is a good plus sign for me. And right now it's not necessarily about a number. It's about being fit and seeing wherever my body wants its weight to be once I eat healthy and do the exercise stuff and everything. So it's not so much about the number as it is about just feeling healthy and being healthy and fit and all of that stuff. My university has inadvertently helped me with my exercise program. I'm actually forced to exercise when I go to school because they've changed their parking regulations. I used to be able to buy a permit that allowed me to park right outside my building, but to combat sprawl, combat sprawl, they decided to take all the graduate students and the upperclassmen that were able to purchase these permits on and park wherever they wanted before. They decided to displace us, and now only employees can park in the central campus area, and the graduate students have to park in the area outside of central campus, which means I have to walk a few blocks to get to where I gotta go now. And I was really upset about this at first, but eventually I tried to figure that I'm just gonna try to be positive about this and look at it as an exercise opportunity. It's about a 10-minute walk to get to my building, and then of course 10-minute walk back, and it's not so bad. I get to do a little exercise. I try to make it a brisk walk so that, pump things up a little bit, whatever. And so I'm just trying to make the best of it. I used to have to walk a lot when I was an undergrad because I had classes all over the freaking place and I wasn't allowed to park anywhere. So I'm just trying to look at it in that kind of perspective. It's a little weird for me though to be walking around all the students again, because as a grad student being able to park right there at my building, I was pretty much like confined to my office working all the time, like a little hermit, and I didn't really have a lot of interaction with the undergrads, especially once I stopped being a TA, because I actually have I'm under grant now, so I don't work with the students anymore, and so it's a little weird for me to be walking around and there's all these undergrads going to the dining hall and classes and everything. So that it was a little bit nostalgic for me in that kind of sense. I have a new exercise bike that my cousin very graciously picked up for me at a yard sale a couple houses down from where she lives, and so I'll be trying to use that a little bit more. Although when I tried it the first time, It's one of those bikes that you don't really pedal on, you just pull both your upper body and your lower body in like a kind of like a rowing motion. It's kind of hard to explain, but I actually did something to my wrist the first time I even tried the bike, and it's a lot better now, but I've been trying to take it easy and not use that bike because wrist injuries are pretty inconvenient. And this is actually the hand that I use to write with and do everything with, so it's kind of a big deal when I hurt it. So I could barely even open a prescription bottle without it like just hurting like crazy. I just dealt with it anyway, but I'd really like to let this heal for a while before I get back on that thing, but then I will try to do it again. Haven't really been doing Your Shape a lot. We have a lot of stuff we have moved down here now, so it's not as convenient for me to do the Your Shape anymore, but I'll try to do like some running on the Wii Fit and some other stuff. Trying to hang in there a little bit, but at least I get my walking in every day thanks to the university's lovely new parking policy that I'm just trying to make the best of at this point. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to report that's super exciting is my boyfriend Gabriel Wing will be visiting me in like a week and a half, and I am super psyched about that. I've been going kind of crazy because I haven't seen him since July, and he just moved recently, so he's super busy anyway. And then the company screwed up and he doesn't have internet until tomorrow, but we've been dealing with like a week of him having no internet, which means that I only get to talk to him through like text messages and through a few Gmail IMs while he's at work. And so I've been kind of going crazy without my boyfriend, and I want my boyfriend, because I love him and I miss him. And I cannot wait for, he's supposed to have internet tomorrow, so like, thank God. Please have internet tomorrow, Kaylee, because I'm gonna go crazy if you don't. And then the 19th he comes here, and I am so super psyched to see him again, because 3 months is just way freaking too long to have to go without seeing the person that you love. So, can't wait for that. Yay! I don't know if we're gonna do anything special while he's here or not, or if we're just gonna plain not have time, because a week is not a lot of time to get stuff done. Like, I kinda had half hoped that, because I went to visit him for my birthday in July, and I thought maybe we would do a stream or something, but we really just did not have time for anything, because we had so many wonderful things to do, and it was a blast and incredible. And we went tubing down the river, and I had 4 birthday dinners, and we went to the movies, and all sorts of wonderful, amazing things that we did. We just, like, did not have time to, like, breathe, you know? And so I hope to give him as special a birthday as he gave me, and I just cannot wait for him to come here. Oh, one last thing that I do have to report on is that I was thinking about, for those of you following my vampire LPs, you might be wondering if this crazy lady is ever going to finish them, and I've gotten a few requests to try to get into gear and find some way to finish them. What I was thinking about doing instead, if I can figure out how to do it, is to stream Vampire instead. Maybe in addition, but probably instead. And the issue I'm having with it now is that I can run it in a window, but the window is like too big, and I'm really worried that even with the Flash Media Encoder, that it'll lag too much and people will just like hate the lagginess. I tried to get one person to help me with it so far, and it doesn't seem like I can make it any smaller thus far. I'll see if I can try to figure something out, but I don't really know. I'll do a couple test streams and see how they go with that. But the question I have for all of you is if I were to do this stream, what clan do you want me to play as? Do you want me to play as Ventrue, because that's what I was LPing, so for the love of God, lady, let us see Ventrue? Or do you want to see something else, like Malkavian, or Gangrel, or whatever? So let me know about that, and then if you have any ideas for how I can make this vampire window smaller, let me know, because I would really appreciate that. I think 600 and 800 is the smallest I can make it now, but if I could make it a little bit smaller than that so that it'll run better in the stream, that would be terrific. That's all that I can think of to say right now. I will see you guys later. Take care. Hopefully things will be less crazy when I report back to you next.